everybody. My name is Danielle, and this is Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. Your presence is very much appreciated. So welcome back. Today, I have an announcement I like to share. It's about Big Brother US Season 24, BB24. So if you're interested, keep listening. Okay, so today, Julie, Chen, and quite a few publications made the official announcement for Big Brother Season 24. And the summer starts on July 6th. There were a few resources or sources that I read. And let me say, the first was from Julie Chen and the IG post that I got a notification from, for. And that's from the CBS Big Brother account on Instagram. They had a 15-second reel to announce the date. It was pretty cute. I left the link in the description so you can check that out. Just to briefly describe it, again, it was about 15 seconds. She's in her chair. She's getting her makeup done. And there's a caption that reads, "Wait for it." And for the next 15 seconds, we watch her get her makeup finished, reveal her dress. You know, the outfit is always becoming a thing now with Julie and Big Brother. And then she leads us into another room where a note is written on a piece of paper and it reads, "Summer starts July 6th," and it has a smiley face. And of course, all of us Big Brother fans were excited to get a date and we're ready to work our way through it, right? All right, so a few things. I got my information from that IG post, of course, that I'm about to share, along with a few publications, and they are Parade, Deadline, and TV Insider. I believe that's the name of it. All right, so we're going to have a 90-minute premiere on Wednesday, July 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern on CBS. I'm hoping it will be a true day one, move-in day, and not the end of the first week. By the time they turn on the live feeds, I would like to have them start right away, like right after they move in, right? This will be Big Brother US version. It's 24th season. Julie's returning as the host. And for those that are new to BB or Big Brother, that is Julie Chen Moonves. So we'll look forward to hearing her words of wisdom after each live episode. Julie Chen has only ever been the host of Big Brother, right? The episodes are expected to air like previous seasons on a Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I haven't found anything confirming those days of the week yet, so we'll have to see. But most likely it'll be those 3 days, at a minimum 3 times a week. I also haven't found confirmation of the grand prize. Last year it was $750,000, up from $500,000. I think they should keep it at $750,000 or $750,000. I mean, Survivor is $1 million, and these folks, meaning the house guests on Big Brother, the U.S. version that is, while they are in the comfort of housing and controlled climate, I should say, and they have food, they are there for almost 3 months, right? Almost 90 days. So it should stay to $750,000, in my opinion. I hope we get a cast of all new players. They just had an All-Stars in season 22. We don't need another one. We don't. At least not yet, right? Personally, I think they should change it up to include, like if they do another All-Stars, to include other countries, starting with Canada, right? I'd love to see a crossover between BB US and BB Can All-Star season, But for this season, BB24, I hope it's all new people. Excuse me. I hope it's all new people. By the way, I think it will be all new people this season, only because the Challenge USA will have favorites from Survivor, Big Brother, Amazing Race, and Love Island. So in terms of programming, it wouldn't make sense to bring back players for BB24, like the fan favorites and the villains in BB24, and have similar favorite players on the Challenge, right? And that's going to be airing right after Big Brother. I'll talk about that in a second. So my logic is, because they're going to introduce fan favorites and villains from Survivor, Big Brother, Amazon, Amazing Race and Love Island for this year of the Challenge USA, it wouldn't make sense for them to bring back house guests for Big Brother 24. At least that's my logic, but we'll have to see, right? Speaking of the challenge, a lot of Big Brother fans are also fans of the challenge. And this year, the Challenge USA will premiere after BB24, and it's also a 90-minute premiere. And as I mentioned, they're going to be bringing back fan favorites from the other reality competition games of Survivor, Big Brother, Amazing Race, and Love Island. So we'll get our fix in terms of returning players on that show. And this show will air weekly, the Challenge USA, on Wednesdays. All right. So both Big Brother 24 and the Challenge USA will be available to stream live and on demand on the CBS app and Paramount Plus. We'll certainly will get live feeds for Big Brother, right? Casual BB fans don't necessarily invest the time in the live feeds, but that's where all the good stuff happens. The unscripted stuff, the raw stuff. So I look forward to that. Okay, so Big Brother Season 24, BB24 premieres on CBS July 6th. I'm so excited about it and I can't wait. I'll cover the season here, so be sure to come back and visit to hear my opinions and my thoughts, reviews, and spoilers. I am a live feeds watcher. When it comes to Big Brother, I develop a lot of opinions about the house guests in terms of how they play. I keep it in the realm of having fun, unless, of course, the house guests act ugly. Then I bring that up as well. And we see house guests act ugly every season. If you're a fan, you know as well as I do, it's bound to happen, right? It's Big Brother. There's no comparison. I hope we see new games and some of the classics like The Wall, Zingbot, of course. I want Slop back. And I want them to do like BB Can. This is the one thing I liked with BB Can. If the entire house is acting up, or the majority of the house is acting up, there should be a penalty for all of the people, for all the house guests, right? If someone has to be told over and over and over about breaking rules or something happens, put the whole house on Slop. That would be so much fun to watch, especially on the US version. We're kind of pampered here, right? So I'm looking forward to that. I hope we get house guests that are there to play the game, right? Sometimes we get people that are there just to have notoriety, I suppose, try to develop a name, and they just use this as a path to get to, somewhere else. And that's okay. I don't have any qualms about that. I think you're supposed to do that, right? When you're on reality TV, it's just a stepping stone. But I hope we get players that are there to play the game. Both things can be true. You can do both. You can use it as a stepping stone as well as play the hell out of the game. So I'm looking forward to that. I want there to be less house votes. That gets on my nerves. That's my one pet peeve. Well, I have several pet peeves, but that's the one I'm talking about now. When people say, I'm voting with the house, or it depends on how the house votes. I want people to play their game and say, listen, I'm voting based on my interests. And sometimes, voting with the house is the thing, but I hope this doesn't become a trend like the first 8 weeks. It just gets old real fast. Also, this will be the first Big Brother US season after the cookout. People, oh my God, people lost their mind last season with the cookout. I happen to be a fan of the cookout and I enjoyed their gameplay. Yep. I love the results it yielded from the cookout, having a first black winner of the BB Can US season. Yeah, I did. But I'm interested to see how the black players will fare this season. I don't think any black people playing this season, if there's more than one, I don't think they'll be able to duplicate the strategy developed by Tiffany. Yes, and that's Tiffany from Big Brother 23, BB23. Tiffany was the mastermind that created the strategy to get the 6 to the end. It was not X. It was not Kylan, and it wasn't Derek F. They all contributed to the master plan. And Xavier, sure, he named it, but Tiffany came up with the strategy. And that's it. People are still debating this online, and I don't understand it. Just, I'm so perplexed. No. Anyway, just to be clear, I'm going to say it one more time. Tiffany put that strategy together. She was the mastermind behind the strategy that got the 6 to the end on BB23, the alliance called the Cookout. All right. Anyway, I'm just concerned for the black players this season, because if there's more than one black player in the house, specifically a black player, I think the other players will believe a form of the cookout will exist. I mean, we saw that all through BB Can 10, right? With Marty. Marty forever was thinking there's a cookout, He was just so obnoxious. And I think the same thing will happen. Maybe. We'll see. Nevertheless, I look forward to the strategy and the gameplay that'll come with the new house guests in BB24, Big Brother Season 24. I'm here for it all. I'm really excited. So July 6th, 8 p.m. Eastern on CBS. I'll figure out a schedule that works for me. And I invite you to come back and take a listen. I have fun with Big Brother. I love the game. All right, and that's all I have. I invite you to come back and give me a listen. I'd love for you to like, share, rate, follow, and subscribe, all of which will help me grow. So thanks in advance. All right. My name is Danielle, and you're listening to my podcast, Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I appreciate your support. And that's all I have. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.